Hey guys, it's me, Kawaii Crafty, and today I'm going to show you guys some Urban Outfitters inspired DIY room decor. So these are kind of boho themed if you're interested in those things. So yeah, if you guys are interested in arts and crafts and you are new to my channel, I'm Kawaii Crafty and I make those kinds of videos. So if you're interested, consider subscribing to join the Kawaii family. So without further ado, let's get started. The first DIY is a Pink Cosmos watercolor print. So what you'll need is watercolor paper, watercolors, a paintbrush. I'm using a 2-round paintbrush, a pencil and eraser, a fine liner, a paper to wipe off your brushes, 2 cups of water, I didn't fill these yet though, and a frame. So I'm going to be drawing out the art print on my watercolor paper, and I'm just going to be drawing it in my style. Obviously not going to be copying it exactly to what the original one from Urban Outfitters was, because that's plagiarizing. Don't ever do that, guys. So I'm just going to finish drawing this off camera, and I will show you what it looks like. This is what my art print looks like. I'm going to just slightly erase the pencil lines so that they're not as dark as before, but I can still see them when I'm painting. Wipe away any eraser dust that might be on the paper and bring out your watercolors as well as 2 cups of water and enjoy watching me paint. Now you're going to let this dry, and once it's dried, you're going to start by taking your fine liner, and you're going to just outline whatever you want to outline. Add a few details here and there if you want, and I just outlined really messily. I'm not following exactly where the watercolor is, and that's how I like it. You can do whatever you want. It's all up to you because it's your artwork. The next DIY is a floral journal, so what you'll need is a journal or a notebook, a palette, a flat brush, I'm using a 1/2-inch one, some tape, you can also use painter's tape, a white gel pen, and some acrylic paint. So I'm going to start by taking my painting paper and I'm going to just lay my notebook on top. Then I'm going to stick some tape on the spiral so that it doesn't get any paint on it, although I accidentally started painting and I didn't film it, so whoops. Now I'm going to paint the base coat white and I'm going to paint it a pastel pink. So here is what it looks like. It looks really nice, and I ended up having to paint a second coat because the white was peeking through. So now you're going to take off the tape. You should probably do it when the paint is still wet, but I forgot, so whoops. Anyways, you're going to draw the floral design on with a white gel pen. You can also use ink or gouache. I don't have those, so I think that gel pen is a good option because acrylic does show through quite a lot and it's not very opaque. So yeah. Here's what it looks like, not very similar to the original, but a very close enough dupe. The last DIY is a decorative mirror, so what you'll need is clay, water, a mirror, an X-Acto knife, acrylic paint, a ruler, a rolling pin, or whatever you call a rolling pin, mine is a Mentos bottle, as well as a paintbrush. So I'm going to take out my clay, and I'm just going to knead it a bit. I realized that the clay was kind of dry, so I went off camera and added a bit of water, so I'll be back real quick. And now I'm going to roll out the clay with my rolling pin / Mentos bottle until it's an even layer, and it should look something like this. So I'm just going to move it a little closer so you guys can see, and I'm going to take the mirror, position it where I want it, and I'm going to leave an indent so I know where to cut around. Now I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife as well and cut off any excess clay. Now I'm just going to remove the excess clay and put it back in the container. So the clay has some rough edges, so I'm just going to take my finger, dip it in some water, and just run it on the sides so that the clay is smoother and it looks more uniform, I guess. Now you're going to place the mirror in the center of your clay, and you're going to fold the sides over so that the mirror is secured, and no, the clay does not stick to the mirror if that's what you're worried about. So I didn't know what to do with the corners. I ended up doing them off camera, and yeah. I'm just going to fix a few things, and then I'm going to let the clay dry. So once it's finished drying overnight, I'm going to take my painting paper, put my mirror on top of it, and I'm going to grab my brush and paint the base color, which is a very light brown. Looks something like this. Then I'm going to paint some stripes on there with a chocolate brown as well as a pastel pink. This is what the finished product looks like. I'm going to use it as a ring dish, but if you have a larger mirror, you can use it just as a mirror, and yeah. So that is it for this video. If you guys did like it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know how you feel. And if you have any feedback, comments, or suggestions, make sure to do so in the comment section down below. And if you are new, as I've said in the beginning of this video, consider subscribing. We are a very quiet family, and we would really love to have you here. So, yeah. And also don't forget to click post notifications so you get notified whenever I post every single week. And I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye! And don't forget to be kind and be kawaii!